Good job.
You also like as a Lord, town bill on a sleep, spot, climb, laugh.
You gotta give it big mouse ears.
See a big fat mouth?
Good morning, you guys. Today is Monday and we are here at the dining room table. We're almost done with school. Right now the kids are making little leaf imprints from some leaves that we picked from the front yard. And then while they finish doing that, I'm going to read our next story in the story of the US. So that's what our plan is for right now, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, it is currently 10:30 and we are all done with school for the day. It took a little bit longer than normal. We struggled a little bit with learning a new concept, but we got it all figured out. We're feeling better about it. But yes, it's 10:30 right now. I need to have my crock pot dinner in the crock pot by 11 to be done for dinner tonight. On the menu is Mississippi pot roast, and I think I'm just going to make some mashed potatoes with it, and then we can have peas on the side. So, does that sound good? Yeah, Barrett loves mashed potatoes and gravy type meals.
Are you gonna do gravy with
There will be a gravy, yes. So that's my plan for dinner. I need to get that in the crock pot. I'll show you guys how I do that. I'm sure you guys have tried the Mississippi pot roast before. I feel like it was really, really popular a few years back. And we were kind of late to the game in trying it out, but we really like it. So I'm going to get that put together. And then, like I said, it's a jiu-jitsu night. So we need to trim the kids' nails, make sure they're short and clean, get their gis ready, make sure that there's no dog hair on them. It's so hard. Fenn is switching his coat from summer to winter, and there's hair everywhere. So yeah, that's kind of our plan for right now. I'm gonna hop into the kitchen and I will show you guys how I put together that roast. All right guys, I'm in the kitchen and I'm going to get dinner put together. As you can tell, we make our Mississippi pot roast a little bit different because we don't do dairy. So, well, we try not to do dairy as much as possible. So we're using this plant-based butter from Country Crock. It's actually super good. It tastes very, very similar to regular butter. So I'm gonna use that. I have my peppers. And then I don't normally use, I think you're supposed to use an au jus packet or something like that. We just use brown gravy and then we just skip the ranch packet altogether. So that's pretty much everything I'm going to put on that. What I'm going to do first is salt and pepper this chuck roast and then give it a good sear on my cast iron pan. All right, Barrett is going to help me get this chuck roast ready. He wants to do the salt and pepper. So this is a pretty good size roast. It's almost 3 pounds and I got it for $6.69, which is really good. I think I got this on sale when they went, they were marking down meat for half off at Winco. Okay, buddy, you want to open that salt and pepper? You can sprinkle some on.
There's a lot.
Just right over the top. I'll tell you when. Oh yeah, you can go a lot more than that.
Oh.
Good job.
It needs a lot.
It does need a lot. It's a big piece of meat. All right, guys. The next step is to give your roast a nice sear. So I have my cast iron pan here that's nice and hot with a little bit of oil, and we're just gonna brown one side first. All right, so it's been a few minutes, and we're just gonna flip this over. And that's the crust that you're looking for. All right, guys, so I have my browned roast. Ooh, it fits perfect in the crock pot. And one ingredient I forgot to mention is I do like to add 1 onion. I know some people add potatoes to theirs, but I'm gonna make mashed potatoes, so I'm not gonna worry about adding potatoes. Right, then I'm gonna get my butter. You put the whole stick of butter in there. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some of this brown gravy mix. I like this because it kind of thickens up the sauce that's created, and then it makes like a gravy for your mashed potatoes. And then the peppers. I just sprinkle a few around. I know some of the recipes call for like a whole 16-ounce jar, but that seems like a little bit much for me. So I don't have like an exact amount of peppers. I just go kind of based on how it looks. So maybe a few more. All right, and then the last step is I'm just gonna pour a little bit of that juice over the top. And that's it. I'm gonna cook this on low for the next 8 hours. All right, guys, I'm all showered and dressed and ready for the day. The kids are outside. We've been outside for a little bit. They have been riding their bikes and blowing bubbles. But while I was out here, in yesterday's video, I talked about how we did yard work, but I didn't get to share it because it got too dark. So I'm gonna head out here and show you guys how it looks so far. All right, guys, so this is how it looks. We put bark dust down. It's called like nuggets because it's bigger than regular bark dust. But we were able to weed this front little bed by our front door. We have our shrubs, and then this right here is actually creeping thyme. It has like this super pretty like reddish purple bloom in the spring. We were able to, let me go over here. We weeded all around my hydrangea. I trimmed that back. And then this was the fence that I was talking about that we took down. We took this old fence down, and then right behind it over here was where our old foundation for our shed was. So we need to dig out the old post that was in the ground, and then we're gonna put a new fence up. I think it'll look really nice. And then we were able to weed the rest of the beds up here. I started laying bark dust last night, but we ran out. We just kind of underestimated how much it would take. So I have some here under the cherry tree, and then the corner over here, and then I was only able to make it about that far. So I feel like it's looking really good. I'm excited to see what it looks like once it's done. I think Michael's picking up some more bark dust tonight, and then I'll finish laying it in the next couple days. All right, guys, for the next little bit, we are just gonna hang out outside. I'm gonna open our garage door. I don't know if you guys can even hear me. My neighbor's working on their truck and it's really loud. But anyways, I'm gonna open up this garage door, my washer and dryer out there. I'm gonna get some laundry done while the kids ride their bikes around the front yard and the driveway. But I probably won't check in until when we get home after jiu-jitsu and we see how that roast turns out. little bit before 7 o'clock and we just got home. The whole house smells super good, like Mississippi pot roast. So I'm gonna go in and check on the roast and start the mashed potatoes in the Instant Pot. All right, so I'm gonna open this up and check it. I'm really hoping that it's done and it's like fall apart. Let's see here. It's falling apart a little bit. It's not like falling apart like it normally does, which is fine. We can just slice it up. But I'm gonna leave this on while the potatoes cook, just so it can cook a little bit longer. All right, guys, so that is the end of the video for today. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for tagging along, and we'll see you on the next one.